Alright guys, as you could tell by the title of today's video, we're out here in Muir Woods, Northern California, about 45 minutes north of San Francisco. We're going to be checking out the Redwood Forest, the Muir Woods Forest. Heard it's beautiful. Let's go check it out for ourselves. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below, and let's get into the video. Big side note, if you are planning on coming to Muir Woods, you need a parking reservation in advance if you want to park at the park. Something I didn't know in advance coming out here, and then you lose all service once you get down into the park here in Muir Woods. So right now I'm driving out to Muir Beach. It's like 3 miles further into the park just to get some cell phone reception. Once I get out there, have some reception, I can reserve a spot back at the parking area. Not something you could do once you get there, so that's a side note. If you plan on visiting this place, if you plan on coming out to Muir Woods, make sure reserve your parking spot in advance. Let's get down to the beach though, get some service, get a parking spot reserved, and then head back up to the entrance to the park. Just got down here to Muir Beach. It's looking at the phone right now, still don't have any service out here. Gonna take a walk down to the beach, see if that changes up a little bit. Hopefully we do get some service so we can reserve a parking spot, but let's figure it out. All right, so this 3D map, a little bit of a representation of where we're at right now. See, we're down here at Muir Beach. Star is us. Go back up the road I just came down, brings you all the way up to Muir Woods. That's where we're trying to get a parking spot. Pretty cool diagram, but still no service. All right, as you can see, we're down here at Muir Beach now. Have the slightest bar of service. Hoping this is gonna be enough to get me that parking reservation. But yeah, beautiful spot to come down and check out. Regardless, kind of glad I was able to come check this place out. Super chill beach. And thankfully now we have 2 bars of service and I'm able to reserve a parking spot, so we will be back up to the entrance in just a little bit. All right, and we officially have a parking reservation now. So it's time to head 3 miles back up into the park, head to the entrance, and go check out some of these redwoods. I've never really seen a ton of redwood trees. The redwoods are really only popular on the West Coast and in drier climates. Apparently there's hundreds of feet tall redwoods in the Muir Woods, so it should be pretty cool to check those out. But let's get back up to the entrance of the park and see what it's all about. We are in the parking area now with a reserved spot. Shout out Miguel. Shout out Miguel, the guy who works here at Muir Woods, for letting me know where to go. Let's go see what it's all about. Appreciate you, Miguel. You were right about the beach, had the Wi-Fi. You have a good rest of your day, man. These views are pretty insane out here though. This is gonna be a lot less of me talking, a lot more just clips of this beauty. I mean, trees this tall, just preserved so long. It's just such a beautiful place. It's almost a sense of quietness and stillness, even with people walking around and talking. Just very peaceful out here. Areas like this just look like they could have definitely been home to some kind of animals back in the day, or even in the winter time. No matter how many clips I put in here, you know, of these trees, of this atmosphere, there's no way it does it justice. This is truly just a beautiful place. You kind of have to just experience it to really feel it. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be beautiful shots. We're recording a ton of B-roll out here, but to see it in person does it so much more justice. Like, just look at this. Just massive trees, probably all at least 200 years old plus. Some maybe 400, some maybe 600. It's crazy how old trees can get and how old some of these trees are. I bet you there's at least 1,000-year-old tree in this forest. This is a type of forest I feel like you see in movies. You don't think it's real. A place like this is insane. It's the only bit of elevation so far on this entire hike. It's a really chill hike. I think this is the only bit of elevation. The trail we're on right now is the Hillside Trail. Gonna be taking this 1.5 miles back to the entrance. This is gonna pass us by Bohemian Grove, I believe a few other landmarks. Look at this gap through these trees. Electric gap. I'd say just by looking at this tree, 300 years old. Put my hand up to it for comparison. Massive. Put my head up to it. Unit of a tree. It's really crazy that they're probably some of the oldest trees in the country. If not, I believe probably some of the oldest trees in the world too. I'm gonna have to fact check myself. I'll put it up on the screen right now as you're watching. But these are some crazy trees. Look at the way that tree splintered out at the top, just started growing in every which direction. That's kind of wild in itself. Reading before too, apparently it's super rare that light touches the ground here in the redwood forest. I think 5% of the time, or 5% of the surface area of the ground out here, the light touches. So really not a lot, which is pretty wild. As you can see though, they have an entire gift shop as well as a cafe right when you get into the actual park itself. So if you want to grab some food, want to grab a souvenir, pop in there. If you know me, you know I popped in there, I grabbed a little pin, Muir Woods pin. Had to do it. As we're coming to the end of the trail here in Muir Woods, I gotta say, if I haven't said it already, if you've never been to this place, you gotta come check it out. 20 miles north of San Francisco. Beautiful views though, ton of history with just the amount of foliage and plants that are out here, but somewhere you definitely gotta come check out. If you haven't already, guys, like the video, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, I don't know what you're doing. It's a tap away. But as always, guys, much love, and I'll see you on Sunday.